LoreWarrior Online, IMP-1A, Imp. Overview. Though today the Imp is inextricably linked to Wolf's Dragoons, the original Imp design actually predates the Dragoons by some 2.5 centuries, originating with a young Nicholas Kerensky. He argued that the exiled SLDF needed a totem its soldiers could rally around, whose construction would prompt industrial growth on the Pentagon worlds and employ many of the recently dismissed SLDF personnel. So, while countless thousands of battle mechs were being mothballed, the Imp, named after a ferocious and tenacious predator native to the jungles of Eden, and then ironically hunted to extinction by the genetically engineered smoked jaguar after its post-Klondike introduction to the world, was born. Capabilities. The Imp was designed specifically for the battlefield commander. The mech's bulbous frame provides ample room for both a significant offensive array as well as an almost luxurious cockpit, large enough even for the installation of a command console if required. The powerful and capable Pauly Bronson Z communication system, tied to the Tacticon T10K battle computer and its array of displays, gives its driver complete command and control of even a planetary assault. Further, the Imp's designers built a mech that could withstand heavy punishment, while also delivering a withering fusillade at both extreme and point-blank ranges. Its limited ammunition stores were also protected by case, reducing the danger of a catastrophic explosion, removing the mech and its commander from the battle. Unfortunately, the Imp was plagued by problems from the start. Its designers were rushed and limited resources at their disposal. Moreover, most of the supporting industries had problems of their own and supplying products of widely varying quality. The first production runs were literally hand-built, with no two identical Imps emerging from the factory. Computer lockups, cascading system failures, mechanical breakdowns were all commonplace until well after the second Exodus, when the clans finally excised the Imp's many demons. Still, glitches and breakdowns within this class of mech remained 3 times higher than average. Deployment. Less than 24 Imps were constructed prior to the second Exodus, all of which were assigned to regimental and division command units. The majority joined Nicholas Kerensky on Strana Meshti, though a handful remained with the Pentagon, a few in the possession of rogue commanders, with several more produced before the Babylon Battlemech Consortium factory was destroyed in the Pentagon Civil War. 3 years after Operation Klondike, Clan Wolf finally returned the Imp to regular production, though its heyday was relatively limited. By the dawn of the Golden Century, other, more advanced and less trouble-prone clan designs supplanted the Imp, damning it to a slowly fading obscurity, at least until Wolf's Dragoons began to build the mech anew on Outreach. Variants. Most of the early Imps were customized to some extent or another, though all of those fell within one of the 3 major groups. There was the 1As, following the standard design, while the 1Bs saw the medium pulse lasers downgraded to standard mediums, freeing up the mass necessary to add Guardian ECM, 1 additional heatsink, more ammunition, and upgrading the small laser to a pulse model. The 1Cs are a little more radical an upgrade, dropping a heatsink in the case and downgrading the pulses to standard medium lasers. This replaces the missile rack with a Gauss rifle, while also adding an ECM suite and another medium laser. As the clan's technology base advanced, the venerable Imps still in service saw numerous upgrades, eventually resulting in the Imp-C, an almost direct upgrade of the 1A, with 25 double heatsinks providing much easier heat management, and only the loss of a small laser. When the Dragoons entered the Inner Sphere, they brought a number of Imps, which they downgraded to the tech standard of the early 31st century. After the recovery of lost tech, however, the Dragoons didn't return their Imps to their original configuration, instead allowing native spheroid techs to make the upgrades, while the rest of their personnel focused on building clan tech equipment. Notable mech warriors. Khan Sandra Seng. Nicholas Kerensky gifted Seng with her Imp, the Bear Claw, upon selecting her as Khan of Clan Ghost Bear. She piloted Bearclaw throughout the Klondike campaign on Arcadia and beyond, commanding her clan for seemingly weeks at a time without leaving the cockpit, even to the point of remaining on board to monitor communications while her techs rearmed and rearmored the mech. She continued to use Bearclaw until her death in 2848 in a trial of possession. The Ghost Bears preserved her battle-scarred mech on Strana Meshti, where it still guards the entrance to her clan shrine in Svoboya, Zemelia.